So a couple weeks ago, I did a video on the 5 things that I hate about my Toyota Tacoma. So today, we're doing just the opposite. We are talking about the 5 things that I absolutely love with this 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road Hybrid. So let's go ahead and jump into it with number 1, the hybrid powertrain. Now, I know this was something that I touched on in my videos on the 5 things that I hate, which is really more along the lines of how the hybrid powertrain was designed. But what I really like about it is that it is a hybrid powertrain. It does give you slightly better gas mileage and more power, which is really good because I came from a Mustang before getting this truck, and I had a GT, which is their V8 engine, and I was like, I need something that's pretty quick. In general, trucks aren't super fast, but I'm glad that I went with the hybrid powertrain. I do think it was worth waiting instead of getting a gas model. That's something I was really happy about. The gas mileage is okay, but it definitely has more power and more torque compared to just the gas models. So that is why that is my number 1 thing that I love about this is the hybrid powertrain. I love just driving down a hill and the engine just kind of like shutting off. Or if I'm in the line at Chick-fil-A, which usually moves pretty quick, but for whatever reason, if it's not, it just stays on EV mode the whole time. I don't burn a drop of gas, which is just fantastic. Because coming from a V8, it was a bit of a gas guzzler. So the hybrid engine is the number 1 thing that I love about this new Toyota Tacoma. Coming in at number 2, now this isn't necessarily in order of what I like the best, but I will say that what I love most about this truck is the color. I love the color of this truck. I just think it's such a great color. It was worth the extra, I think $500 is how much this cost. Now, one cool thing is this truck is actually kind of dirty right now, but it's still shining, and it's just, the color is just, it's just cool. I just really like it. There isn't a lot of orange trucks out there that are from the factory. It's just cool. I love it. It's super bright. It's not, too obnoxious, and I just think that it's well worth the extra money. It's just super bright. It does well on like video thumbnails. It definitely stands out in a parking lot. If you look in a parking lot, you're really not going to see any other cars that are like super bright compared to this one. It just stands out, and if that's what you're looking for, this color is definitely what I would pick over and over again. The next thing, number 3, that I love about this truck is actually the seating position. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the 2023 models, the seating position was not very good at all. I went to test drive one of these, and my head was like hitting the ceiling. It was just really uncomfortable. The 2023 model and older, the seating position was just really poor. But with this, you're able to lift the seat up and down. It's just a better, and it sits much higher than the old ones do, which is great. It definitely helps on long road trips and stuff like that. So the improved seating position for the 2024 Tacoma is my number 3 thing that I love about this truck. Coming in at number 4, we have this generator. The fact that this truck comes with a generator has been so helpful to me. Whenever the power went out from Hurricane Helene a couple months ago, or could be years from now depending on when you're watching this video, but it knocked out power at my house for a couple days, and I didn't want everything in my fridge to go bad, and this generator actually makes enough power to power a fridge. through an extension cord. You just hook up the extension cord into here, and you're able to power your fridge. It's not strong enough to power like your air conditioning unit or whatever, but it is powerful enough to power a fridge. So because this is a hybrid, which is great, you're able to use the hybrid battery, so the truck will run for like 5 or 10 minutes, shut off, then it'll run on just the battery for another 5 minutes, and then kick back on. So you can just hook your fridge up to it, let it run for a couple hours, and let your fridge get down to the temperature it needs to be, and then just unplug it and let the temperature slowly rise, and then rinse and repeat. So that's one thing that I really like about this truck, is because this is the hybrid, it does come with this generator, which can come in super handy during power outages. Or if you're just out camping and you have a mini fridge and you want to find a way to be able to power it, it works perfect for that too. And here's just a close-up shot of what plug looks like. So it is a generator, and just a quick how-to on how to run the generator. You, of course, just plug in whatever it is you're wanting to plug in, and then you just push this button right here, and it'll light up a little light up there, and that's essentially what turns on the generator. It's super simple to use. It doesn't run much gas, because your truck will run off of gas as well as the battery that it has stored. So it's a great thing to have. So jumping into the fifth and final thing that I love about this Tacoma is this big giant screen. Now, it's actually funny because when I was originally looking for a Tacoma, I didn't want one with that bigger screen, just because I felt like it was like obnoxiously big. But it's actually worked out really well. Like, it's very intuitive, it's quick, like loads up maps, you can pick different music, it's pretty quick, and it's not bad at all. And the backup camera, I'll have to show you, is it just takes up the whole screen, which is like perfect when you're backing up, especially if you're in a busy parking lot, and the backup sensors also really help it. So this big giant screen, as much as I didn't think I wanted it, because I just happened to get one that had this bigger screen, it actually really worked out really well. So that's the fifth and final thing that I really like about this truck. So here is a screenshot or a video of the actual backup camera. So it's super wide. You can see really far behind you, and it just comes in super handy. I just love, and it's like clear, so you can kind of see exactly what it is you're looking for. Make sure you don't accidentally back into somebody or hit a kid that just happens to be running across behind you. So there you have it, the 5 things that I love about this truck. Now, if I'm being honest, there's a lot more than just 5 things that I like about it. Ironically, price was not something that I said that I loved about it. That definitely was at the bottom of the list. That is, spoiler alert, it is something that I hate about this truck. But overall, it is a good truck. It checked all the boxes. It gets the job done. It's great at towing and hauling stuff. It's got a good payload. I mean, I don't have any regrets on buying this truck. You know, when I was coming up with this video to think of like the 5 things that I really liked, there was more than 5 that I thought of, and I was like, okay, let me cross some of these off and really, you know, kind of highlight some of the things that I really like about this truck. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the 5 things that I love about this truck. And if I had to pick one thing above all others, the color. I don't know, it's sparkly, it's shiny, it's unique. It was the pro color for last year. So it's not like they've had this color out for years and years. Like, how often do you really see an orange truck when you're driving down the road? That's one thing that I like about it, is that it's unique. Obviously, there's going to be more and more as time goes on, but I just really like it. I just think this truck it's something special. What can I say? So that's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.